Hi, my name is John Ambrozic. I'm a salesman here at Smail Cadillac in Greensburg, PA. And in this video, we're going to do a drive along in the brand new 2017 Cadillac XT5. On the Premium Luxury and the Platinum Edition, it's available, it's a surround view cameras, which is going to give you a camera under each of the side view mirrors, a camera in the front of the vehicle, camera in the back of the vehicle. And what those are going to do is in tight situations like this where you may be parallel parked or parked in between two cars, when you put the vehicle in either reverse or drive, right here on the screen you're going to see an aerial view of the vehicle and then your either front or rear camera on the side. So let's go ahead and we're going to put the vehicle into reverse and you're going to see your camera pops up. So on the left hand side of the screen here you have your aerial view and it shows the vehicles over here to the right, and then you have your backup camera. So now as I back up, now you're going to see the vehicle behind me is going to come into view. I go into drive. Now the rear camera switches to the camera in the front of the vehicle so I can see where I'm at. And this just is a nice added feature to show you, pulling out where the vehicles around you are located. As you start to drive, then of course your camera shuts off and you go back into your radio or navigation. So the lane keep assist with lane departure warning is a nice new upgrade from the lane departure that was previously on the SRX. And the lane departure, basically all it did, monitor the lines in the road ahead of you. And as you maybe drifted to the right or to the left, the driver alert seat is going to vibrate on the left or the right side, just telling you that maybe you're drifting out of the line. Use your turn signal, it overrides that system. So it's just one of those things, when you did get an alert, it just thinks that you're unintentionally going out of the lines. With the lane keep assist, has added and kind of expanded on that function a little bit. So now what it's going to do is if you drift towards the lines right or left, the steering wheel is going to give you a light nudge to push you back into the center of the lane. So I'm going to demonstrate that here in a second, and I'm going to go towards the right hand side, and you're going to notice the steering wheel a little bit kind of just slightly turned to the left, pushes me back towards the center. Now if I'm going to the left, it's going to do the same thing and push me back the other way. So again, just a nice little added safety feature that on top of the lane departure, this is something to help with the safety. So it's anything that's, real jerky. You can just gradually feel the wheel turn, and it is overrideable. So in a emergency situation where maybe you have to make a quick move to avoid something in the road, it is overrideable. It's not that that's going to impede you from going across the line without using your turn signal. So, nice little feature there. Everything, I think Cadillac has really kind of cleaned the steering wheel up as far as where the placement of the buttons and just the whole look from what they looked like on the SRX. So they've, kind of made it a little bit more stylish, again, a little bit more classy. The other nice feature, along with being able to take the vehicle out of all-wheel drive and only drive in a front-wheel drive mode, the other feature that Cadillac added to the XT5 is it actually goes across axles, and it will completely transfer 100% of the power from either the right or the left side of the vehicle. So in a situation, maybe you're in front-wheel drive mode and say the right wheel begins to spin, whereas typically it would kind of cut power to the engine to help that wheel recover. What it does now is it's going to transfer all the power from that right wheel, push everything over to the left wheel in order to keep the vehicle moving. It's going to do that in the all-wheel drive mode also. So again, it's going to do it across the front axle and the rear axle. So maybe the whole right side of the vehicle, the front and the rear wheels are spinning. It's going to slide 100% of that power, take all the power off of the right side, push it all the way to the left in order to get the vehicle going. And then as those wheels gain traction again, it distributes the power back to the right side. So switch right here at the bottom of the mirror, you just flip that towards you, and you see right there you go to basically a camera feed from the rear of the vehicle, and you can see how wide to the left and right that goes, and it completely cut everything out from behind me. So again, we're in regular mirror mode right there, and everything, pillars, everything is blocking my view back there. I just flip it forward and I have a nice clear view of exactly what's behind me. So it goes again wide angle. You get a lot of the road to the right and a lot of the road to the left of the vehicle, which typically in a regular mirror you don't get that. So that's great feature that Cadillac has just come out with. It's available on the XT5 and the CT6. So some of the other things that Cadillac changed on the XT5 from the SRX were just button placement, more or less. They kind of cleaned up this whole stack. And where the SRX, you had your temperature and your fan controls, everything was a touch. What they did on the XT5 was they changed that. And now you actually have 3 buttons across here that toggle up or down. So you have your fan here in the middle. It's going to go up or down. You have your driver temperature, up or down, passenger setting, up or down. The other thing that the Cadillac added that was not available before on the SRX is ventilated seats. The new interior of the XT5 just seems a lot roomier than the SRX. The center console was actually narrowed a bit by doing away with the standard transmission that was in here and going with the electronic transmission. So you have a little bit more space on the driver's side and the passenger side, as far as it doesn't feel like the console is butting up against your legs. Steering wheel is a nice, comfortable steering wheel. The seats are nice. They feel a little bit more supportive than the seats in the SRX. Bolstering on the sides, on the back and the bottom of the seat. So again, gives you kind of a sporty feel without having that hard seat feel that a normal sport seat gives you. This kind of gives you a cross between a softer luxury seat with a sporty feel to kind of keep you, it feels like you're keeping you in your seat. So there is a standard setting and a technology setting. So if you were to pick the technology, it actually changes the look of the dashboard itself and kind of gives you a more round look. You have your engine temperature and your gas gauge set off to the sides, and then around the outside you have a compass. So as you turn, that compass will spin, and then you have your speedometer in the middle. One of the other nice features that Cadillac changed on the XT5 as opposed to the SRX is they made your A-pillars on both sides more narrow, so it gives you a better line of vision, and they actually put a window on both sides and mounted the side view mirrors down on the doors, as opposed to the way that they used to be mounted right up here. Kind of impeded your vision a little bit. So again, Cadillac narrowed these pillars, put the mirror there, put the mirrors down on the side, put the little window there, so it kind of opens up your vision a little bit more on both sides. So there's a setting that you can go in here, and if your vehicle is equipped with pedestrian detection, what it's going to do is it's going to scan for any pedestrians, maybe on the sidewalk or out in the road. Maybe you're not paying attention, but it's at lower speeds. And what it does is it detects, and if it picks up a pedestrian, it will actually monitor the distance between that pedestrian and where they're at. And again, maybe that person steps up off of the sidewalk into the road, and you're not paying attention, you don't have time to brake. The vehicle actually has a braking system where it will apply the brakes for you. I've noticed one of the major differences people are noticing between the XT5 and the SRX are the ride. Cadillac pushed the wheels out a little bit further, made the track a little bit wider than the SRX. So a lot of people have noticed it has a nicer ride than the SRX. A little bit more smooth, a little bit more confident feel to the ride. And for more information on the new 2017 XT5, visit smailcadillac.com.